Hey everyone, welcome back to the Long Dark, to my Naked and Afraid series. I did a little bit of stuff off camera, just to keep it ticking along a little bit. Namely, I did sleeping and eating, but I also ran outside, got some mushrooms and stuff, and what I decided to do is harvest my existing hat and make a new one. So for 40 minutes worth of time I got a new hat, and it cost me one cloth because I tore down this one. I think I even have my other existing hat just left on the ground. Not worth the time to really tear it up. Don't really need many of these things. Now, it's getting to the middle of the day. I managed to get the frostbite risk down, and it only went down by being in a bed for a little while. And I'm going to check what's going on outside. Sounds windy and terrible, but you know, sometimes it can't be trusted. What I think I'm going to do is try and pass 2 more hours in the bed. It's a bit stupid, but I guess we just have to see calorie. Oh, okay, sorry, I misread that. Not should we sleep? No, we'll pass time. 2 more hours. Normally I would have got going by now, but I'm just
so hungry in my life.
really trying to get those under control. So we're running out of water. So the mission is to get back to Mystery Lake reasonably quickly. Okay, so looks like it's going to try and blizzard on us. Not the best weather, but it's warmer than it was. Like it was minus 24 or something before. There are more cattails there, but they'll still be there when we come back this way. So yeah, I've decided the other bear is just not a thing that's really going to happen. And so I'm just going to skedaddle out of here and just make this coat. Make the wolfskin coat. We'll have some bear skin straight after that as well, which we're going to go towards the coat. So the bears for here were really just about getting a bedroll underway. But, you know, we have a bedroll. It's not the worst thing. So what are we seeing out here? Minus 9. Frostbite risk has gone up 10% in that time, I think. So I'm guessing we're going to need to race across here, get through the next tunnel, and then probably have to start a fire in the cave, the first cave we come to. Okay, a little bit of sprinting.
I can't feel my feet.
I have an itchy nose at the moment. The real life nose while running across this, but do not want to take my hand off the mouse to scratch it. Now we can do that. So yeah, it's kind of spring in Australia where I am, and starting to get a little bit of hay fever, I think.
Goddamn freezing.
So I did just record another thing before I jumped in to do this. I did record the Julie Plays the Untitled Goose Game. So that's already up on the channel. It's already uploaded by the time I started recording this. Just going to check. Okay, so we've gone up just over another 12%. Yeah, so I uploaded that a little while ago. Hopefully a few of you have enjoyed that episode. It was a lot of fun to make. I really enjoyed it. Hanging out with Julie and just talking about the game she's enjoying. Alright. How much do I try and stay in this next cave? We might actually just warm up for a little bit when we get in here, but if we don't have to start a fire, I won't do that. Oh, I should eat something quickly. I think I was gonna try for that well-fed bonus, but might be a bit of a stretch too far. There's a rabbit crawling up there. There we go. There's probably a couple of sticks and a bit of birch bark there. Alright. Might think about a rabbit. That was 0%, I believe, yeah. Okay, just it's warm back here. That's great. So we'll just eat a couple of those. I don't know. The well-fed bonus might be a bit of a stupid thing to chase and waste the food on it. We shall see. But might actually just pass time for an hour. And the weather got really crappy. So it's up to 38%, so it probably didn't go down a lot. Just going to pass time for one more hour. Okay, so not quite so bad out there.
I could eat anything.
I think it's just a waste of just trying to throw this at a well-fed bonus. I think it's it's daft. A couple of mushrooms, get them. Really don't want to waste too much time. Even with the rabbits. Now, pretty sure you can get up over it, so yeah. I'm pretty sure I checked this. I did. This is the one where there's a weird collision bit just there that doesn't match the terrain. Right. This is where it's almost impossible to get up there. What are we sitting at? 41. So it hasn't been going up as quickly for the last little bit. Still not really where I want it to be. Now. Let me just chase this rabbit in the direction we want to go. Don't go that way, dude. Whoops. I mean, I was hopeful of chasing him, but only as long as he was going the way we wanted. Alright. Birch bark, birch bark.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
How are we doing? Yeah, 53%. Should we need an extra stone? Alright. Now,
So cold.
I'm pretty sure that I did not get the meat off this deer in the previous episodes. So, I'm thinking we will warm up a little bit and then come start a fire by that deer. Alright. Good, we have plenty of water here because we actually need a little bit. Okay. Come on. Just gonna pass time for an hour, even while being hungry.
I just need to close my eyes.
Okay. And so we'll just come out here.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Now, I'm trying to remember exactly where I am able to. I think Turkey always remembers where this area you can keep the fire safe.
That didn't work.
Alright, let's try that again.
Come on. Come on.
Alright, well let's why not? Let's get it nice and warm. Get on top of this this risk we've got here.
Can't feel my hands.
Alright, still going to need to put a little bit more on there. So, will I be able to reach this and still be warm? Half a kilo. Oy.
The sun's setting.
Oh well,
It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
I guess it's better than nothing. It's a very lean deer. $400 calories. Well, 13 minutes on that. 2 hours on the fire. The hide's going to take like 40 minutes or something. Yeah, 36 minutes. I want to wait till that venison's actually done. Should be able to put a bit of coal on there now. That's some good heat going. Now, yeah, we'll get this hide. Not sure I actually need that. Would have done something else for the warmth actually, but just going to go drop this hide inside. Let's keep this one. Alrighty. Do I bother with the guts? Probably not. But there's a stick sort of with an easy reach, so I'll grab that. I can probably just get that one. Yeah, I'll get that. I'll get that hide. I'm trying to wonder about whether I move this fire inside, or do I just try and sleep cold? No, it's more about the fuel, really. So I've got enough coal. Yeah, just once I get it warm with those sticks, but. It's a fair bit of heat to bring back again in there, whereas I could use the heat here, sitting by this doing chores, to bring that frostbite risk lower, and I might be able to make a dash for the dam. No, we're pretty exhausted, we won't make a dash for the dam. While I think about what to do, craft up a bunch of these things. So if I move it inside now, I could pull enough sticks off this to get a couple of hours worth of sleep off of it, and then race inside. Not quite game enough to sleep out here by this fire, even though in theory this is probably protected. It's a bit more of a gamble, I think.
I'm getting weaker.
You'll be alright. Stop your moaning. Alright. See, they're definitely coming into some very very windy part of the evening, very cold part. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've actually got a bunch of torches. Actually, I know I don't even have that many. Risk it for the better spot. There we go. So we need to keep a little bit on that fire. I'm just going to race in here and start up a fire to just sleep by for a few hours. So yeah, we're going to have to limp through. But I'm just going to check the... or maybe I'll let it go out actually and light it up in a little while. 2 degrees. We could chance... We've got a bunch of matches now, so... although, half of this warmth is coming off this torch. Damn it. I really should start this up, and so I need a couple of hours to get this really going. Because yeah, as we know from sleeping in this cave, it's pretty cold. Pretty cold. Alright, give us an hour. We will. We'll need to load up on sticks a little bit on the way out. Sleep for 1 hour. Just till we get a little bit of time to add a piece of coal on here and get a few more hours in a row. And I'll check the water outside. Alright. Whoops, don't crouch. Oh, just got that water in time.
Pack is getting kind of heavy.
Okay. Alright, now I'm assuming we're ridiculously heavy with water. Let's drink that. Okay, so might as well just eat all of this. Just gonna leave myself a little piece of that. Whoa, meant to actually add that a while ago. Alright, that's all the coal I had on me here. Sleep for 3 hours. See what's out. Our frostbite's almost gone. So 71 degree fire. Feels like 49. It's like 20 something, minus 20 degrees it would feel like in here without this fire. I think that's what that's telling me, like it would be minus 20 something in this cave. So we are going to have to try and go. Now, half an hour to get our act together. Sounds windy and horrible out there, so we're going to have to leg it. Still going to drop you. We have that. A couple of pieces of those. 3 litres, that's okay. Everything else can stay. So frostbite risk is going to come up pretty much instantly, almost, I would say. Minus 28. Now. So this character's quite low on the arrows as well. Much like Charlie. My over 100 dayer. Just had to forge up a whole bunch. So this character has lost a bunch by shooting them all at bears and losing them many places. So that's all I've got. Is that one? Cool. Just so I know.
Need to find some place to escape this cold.
Now I'm just checking something quickly as well. Okay, we got stuff for a fire.
Never felt so cold in my life.
You're going to go in the gates and go into the dam, mainly because I want to check. I think I've got some hides and stuff in here, possibly some food at the doorstep. I can't remember. I'm surprised the frostbite risk hasn't been tragically coming our way. Gamey venison, moldy venison raw. Alright. Alright, well, it's bloody dark in here. Pretty amazed that the temperatures we had, frostbite didn't come in straight away. The way we've been struggling with it. So we got one more cured deer hide. Cured guts galore. I'm just gonna pick that up right now anyway. Now I got some cured birch. Do I happen to have... I don't even have any arrowheads that I've torn down. So we really are just 5 arrows / arrowheads total. We will want to bring... I think we want to bring both of these with us. So I'm going to pick them up now.
Maybe they have to leave something behind.
Because it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure we got a bunch of cured birch everywhere, but we bring one. What are you? 72%. And you... I'll just have to look in here to find that out. 83%, okay, that's fine. Most of these are not anything we really need. Probably willing to just go heavy to get to where we want to be. It's empty. Did I leave anything in here? Only that took. Alright. So, I'll shut that off. I think we're going to try and sleep for a good 6 hours or so. We'll try for 7. It'll be the later part of the afternoon, which isn't a bad thing considering what we're dealing with. Okay. So we're feeling okay. We recovered nearly all of our condition. We'll check what the weather's doing. Hopefully it's not terrible.
I could eat anything right now.
Foggy -20. Oh, in the wind shade. We'll just eat that one. I'll eat it. What percentage were these guys at? 51%, that's fine. Alright. Oh,
I need to
pick that
drop
up.
something.
Normally I'd say we'd be barked at by now. Let's check this in case we left anything else here that was useful. Nothing curing? No, cool. I got a tiny piece of bait on us, but it's so small it shouldn't really be smelling that much. There's moose scratchings, but I don't think there's the moose.
It's making my head feel thick.
Don't really see the need to go that direction that much. I'm almost just thinking I'm just going to go straight up the ankle sprain hill.
So cold.
Because we've come back through this way previously. I think we got I'm not certain we've cleared out all the cattails, but we've had a bunch. And I'm pretty certain to get a sprain, but I think this way will be a little bit quicker. Apparently it doesn't want to get up that incline. There we go. So we can't actually fire our bow
Sprain wrist could mean
at the
death.
moment. Oh man, it just really doesn't want to get up this rise. So, normally I go that way, but I don't know. No, you can't even get through that way, okay. Now, if I get behind this tree, I can. I'm actually just trying to see if there's a way to wind around this lump and go through that central piece. If this is just going to lead me back down. Frostbite risk. Alright. Doesn't want to make it happen. How is that frostbite risk doing? It's reasonable. Yeah, so it's actually this sort of plateau that I was looking at and wondering if cutting through the top bit, the way I think it's the way I went to the dam. Wondering if it's a little bit more stable than edging along that front. Alright. So we've got a huge amount of crafting ahead of us. Now, how much water did we end up having on us out of all the litres and litres we made? So we're going to have to make some again before too long. But yeah, epic crafting ahead to make this wolfskin coat. Okay.
I need to find food.
Alright. So we jump in here and see what we've got left for us. This rancid wolf meat here. Gamey bear meat cooked. How big is it? 495. Okay. So that frostbite risk went up a bit. Lots of cured gut. Oh, we're so close on that bear hide too, look at that. One is definitely, and one is almost. So by the time we finish crafting this, I can almost go straight to the bear. Now, actually there's a thought. I'm going to have a look at this. So if we've had a good sleep tonight. So the bearskin coat takes 55 hours. The wolfskin takes 44. I just wonder if I'm better off going straight for the bearskin. Bearskin will be +6. Wolfskin will be +4. I mean, the weight difference is huge, but I was probably going to build both anyway. I wonder if I just... because how many days? That's got like a day left, so it was 12 days and it's 92% along. That's like one more full day. Decisions. I mean, we could just make the wolf pelt one and actually make the bedroll, but I mean, I think it's really about getting as much warmth as we can, like the double coat. We'll never get anything in these areas. You can't make anything. It'd be cool if you could make like a rabbit skin, like a vest or something. That would be cool for the under layer. Rabbit skin undies. Never happen. But let's because we could double up on the deerskin pants at some point. Now we don't have another deerskin in here. I bought one with us There might be one more trappers, but we need a few to be able to make those. So we haven't really been ahead of that curve too much because we were concentrating on all the other things. Got a few rabbit pelts, which is good. I'll drop that. Might as well drop the cured birch with the other cured birch. Alright. So we've got a few hours on this. I might as well...
Might have to drop some gear.
3, 4... Pretty sure I've got well and truly enough guts. That should be all we need. I guess we get started. So 40 hours, that's 2 full days. So we're going to need to probably find some food or hunt something in the meantime. Before I get too far along, I'm actually just going to drop my little tiny piece of bait outside.
My fingers feel numb.
Alright. Let's chuck 4 hours into it. How long left in the day do we think? Let's just chuck 3 hours into it. Yeah, is knife the better thing? I think knife is the better thing.
All I could think about is food.
Alright, well the pain's healed. We're going to be ridiculously heavy. I'm just going to duck my head out here and see what's going on before the end of the day hits.
I thought I'd be dying from starvation.
Crappy, crappy weather. We are not going anywhere. We're going to be pretty much just with the food we've got, I think. Couple more hours. An Aurora night would be pretty good if we could get one. See if it'll give us 3 more hours. We're gonna run out of water. I think we ran out of light. Okay. Now, so what do I want to think about eating? The bear meat outside. Some uncooked wolf meat. There's pretty more calories on that. But I'd have to cook it. I'll cook it all up at once when I want to do a few things. So what do we got here? Gamey rabbit cooked. That was my bait piece. That was my piece of bear. So we'll get a little bit of parasite risk. Go and sleep in the bed so we don't use up our bedroll. Apologies if it's really dark, I'm just finding my way in the dark. Alright, so we'll eat that. Bit of a waste because we'll get 1% parasite risk if it's something that was I guess we'll just eat one of those. Eat the lower one. Eat one cattail. And now we'll try and do the full sleep. Yeah. This tiny little sliver of hydration I probably want to fill. Yeah, Cabin fever risk is going to be a bit of a thing. Still dark. Too dark to craft. I'll head out and see what's going on out here.
Anything right about now.
Minus 28 in the wind shade. Couple of sticks. Just to do a tiny bit of stuff outside while we're warm. There's that frostbite risk. A constant companion throughout this. I might have said it before, but
Can't feel my feet.
that's as far as we'll go for the moment. I might have said it before, but I think I did muck up the timing on this. The bear thing was really the gotcha. There was one more stick back there. The bear thing was the thing that really stung me. Like, I think if I had my time again, I would have really tried to concentrate on definitely getting the bear hide going as soon as possible.
I could eat a horse.
Because it's actually been a bit of a drag in more ways than one. Oops, I'm stuck behind this thing. In that, you know, we've had to spend a lot more time going inside and warming up just to get rid of the frostbite. Because we didn't have parts of us covered. I don't care if I lose the well-fed plus going on, or trying to get it back. Not really aiming for that. Last time for an hour, just so it's sunshine enough. Not that you'd know in here because it's dark. But yeah, I think it's been a little bit of a exponential loss because there was no. The frostbite risk was so high, I couldn't go outside and do things about bringing down the frostbite risk. But if I'd got onto it all in the first 14 days or so, and had the bear skins done, it would have had that covered, would have had pretty much all the things crafted. But as it stands, like, it's now taken us to, 35th day or day 34 there to be able to even work on these things. Now hang on, actually, just I'll be fine getting a bit hungry during this, but I'll just fill up on the water first. I don't think we can afford to stay indoors all day. We need to go out and use some of the warmth of the afternoon to try something.
I'd be dying from starvation.
Except we have a... Oh, I was going to say except we had a blizzard. But then it went away. It was there and then it wasn't. Now, I'm actually going to check something. There's no water resting down here, but have I got a stash of water up here that I didn't really look at in the dark? I do have a stash of water. Awesome. Just means we don't have to bother too much about that. We've actually got 2 litres on us. Cool, cool. Alright. Okay. Poke the head out, check the weather. Pretty crappy. It's really the good source of food that I'm worried about. Curious about just going up here and seeing if I can bag a couple of rabbits. I think we're just going to eat into our current food supply during the night. I don't think it's really worth doing. While the weather's crappy, we should craft. Go do stuff outside when the weather's better. I think that's the cleverer way to do it. Okay. Such a chore trying to make this coat. Let's chuck another 3 hours into it. It really kills the knife too, I think. So 66% then. And 61, so 5% every time you go into a crafting session on that coat. So I need to make sure I don't let that drop too much. It's a bit more acceptable now. What I was really hoping for is there might be a deer just hanging out here. Something we could waste one of our very precious arrows on. I think if I wanted to do another forging session, I'd probably be better off trying to go to Brick and Railroad, which we can't do until we've got a coat, so it's not really on the plans to go anywhere before then. There's a wolf just down on the tracks. No deer. I mean, if we got cabin fever, we could go and try and fish to kind of wash that off. Probably need to think about making a couple more lines, but we've got guts galore. Lots and lots and lots of guts. So, yeah. Right. I guess we just push on. And after this session, I need to sharpen the knife tonight. Right, that's probably as much as it's going to give us. But once we have this knife, once we have this wolfskin coat, we're a lot more freed up to actually spend time outdoors, fight the hypothermia risk a lot easier. At least try and get it to over 80 so we can do a little bit more crafting. There's the healed, risk of intestinal parasites. So we can eat a piece of wolf shortly. We could cook some of that up. Still a gamble, and in the health things, I mean, we've actually only got a couple here. I think we've left some in a cave, so we don't actually have a huge amount there. We've got 8 doses we could make up there if we really needed. Pretty sure I've dropped some others elsewhere. We have actually just been drinking them a lot though, really. Now that'll come back up to 50%. So I should still be able to cook those to eat. More a risk of food poisoning than anything. Okay.
Come on. Come on. All right.
I wish it threw a little bit more light around. So we'll cook that one. Cook with the pot. The other piece. Tidy up the place with that little burnt torch. Now, there's an hour and 40 on that. We could probably get an... This should, in theory, say we've got light, I think. So we should be able to get an hour of jacket crafting without too much risk. So for winding you around in the dark. Chuck an hour. Yep. Even though it's dark down here, the fire is giving us enough light. So that's not the worst thing in the world. That one. Do 1 litre of water, 30 minutes on that. Chuck another hour of crafting in. One piece of wolf up there. Drop the other two outside quickly.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
It's just an hour, thank you. I'm mostly trying to double up on the things as much as I can, because the total indoor time is just really going to hit us in terms of the cabin fever risk. Hugely.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Alright. Let's take one of those. That'll do us. Alright. There's the risk. We'll try and sleep for the 10 hours. Might have been a little bit underhydrated to make this work. We'll taken a little hit on that, but in general, we've recouped quite a lot. Alright. No other afflictions apart from that risk. Alright. Should we just go for glory? 17 hours. Wow. Now, just had a really good hint before of what happens when you drop this. Does it tell you... Ah, so it tells you the shorter time. So it is actually shorter with the knife. think we just try and push through. We won't get through it on the day. Alright, 5 hours.
Die if I don't get some
Go.
food soon.
Doubt it will let me get 7 more hours of this in. But I just really want this coat before we end this episode. I want it. I want it so bad. We've only got like 2 more hours. Maybe we'll get an Aurora. Alright. Let's see if it'll let us get 3. And let's see if it'll let us get 1.5, maybe more. It's been marathon craft. Marathon. There's 3 hours left. Will it let us get any more? I'll just queue up the whole thing because it will stop us with the darkness. Give us maybe another hour out of that. So we could maybe try and make a fire and we could burn the lantern for a couple of hours. I think this would give me a good 3 hours or so. And then we would just be done. And that doubling up of, like, you know, the indoor time and everything that I was talking about, like, I think I'm kind of willing to do it. Seems expensive. And chuck in 2 hours. Should I chuck in an hour and see how the lantern's doing? Oh, we got plenty. Look at that. It's gonna go for glory. Now, did that tell me cabin fever risk? No, it was just telling me intestinal parasite risk. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. The storm lantern has, well, not much left now. Hello, let me extinguish that. I'm going to go in here and drum roll, fanfare. We actually have our jacket. And trying to remember how I actually take a snapshot now. There we go. So after all this time, we can now thankfully say goodbye. 36 days on this naked challenge. Day 35. We can now say goodbye to frostbite risk, for the moment at least. So we've had 19 blizzards in our 35 days. That's 1 every 2 days. And that was brutal at the start. You know, just trying to actually run around and not get completely hammered by blizzards. That has been totally epic. We've killed 4 bears, but we've only managed to get the hides off 3, and we've shot many more than that. So there it is. I'm not sure if we've passed the day where we can eat some more. We're almost at the point where we can not eat the we can have some more parasite risk. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump out the door and jump in and create a save point. And I'll make the decision about what I eat later. But yeah, frostbite, you can't touch me anymore. Well, awesome. Well, thanks for watching up to this point. See you in the next episode when we probably look at running around doing a few chores and doing a little bit of hunting or something, and then think about that bear coat as well. So our clothes are up to a grand total of 13 degrees. We are going to be so slow on the running, but yeah, we've got a good windproof bonus, so that should help a lot as well. But yeah, thanks for watching along. See you in the next episode.